Yeah. Welcome to the show for gamers. We're your gamers. I'm Jay, Dragon Needon. This is Al, Coloring Hero. On this episode, episode 5, we're going to be talking about Ghostbusters. Now, the thing with this game was, before it came out, a lot of people were iffy, like, oh, should I get it? I like Ghostbusters, but I don't know how the controls are going to react. Is it going to feel like I'm actually busting ghosts, like, you know, watching the movie was like, or what? I think it is. I think they did a good job with this game in general. The controls, I really had no problems with it.
Yeah.
Did you?
No, I didn't. They actually did a really nice job with the photon beam and everything like that.
Yeah. The main thing I saw that right away was, I was like, oh my god, this is going to suck, was I was reading the back of the box, and they're like, yeah, you can use photon beam, which is the thing they use a lot in the movie, the slime gun, which is something they got in the second movie, some stasis ray, and some, like, photon resonator thing or whatever. I'm like, that's stupid. I'm going to have to go on these freaking ghost-busting missions and pick the gun I want. I'm like, that's lame.
Yeah.
But I turned on the game, and I'm playing it, and no, your proton pack just gets upgraded. And with the D-pad, you just click a button, and then bam, you see the pack change on you, and you have the slime thrower now. And I thought that was so cool, because in the heat of the moment, certain ghosts are strong against certain things, and in the heat of the moment, boom, you just switch, change, and
right. I think it would have
them.
been pretty bad if you would have had to only pick one every level.
Yeah.
But they did a good job on giving you all of them and stuff.
Yeah. So the cool thing in Ghostbusters is it takes place after the first two movies, and you basically are playing as a new recruit, and we took most of the game watching the little cutscenes and stuff, trying to figure out what the recruit's name was, because it's on his jumpsuit.
He's got a name tag.
Yep, and it says Rookie. So you're just a nameless, whoever you want to be yourself, whatever. You're just a nameless individual being a Ghostbuster. And another cool thing is they had Harold Ramis, Bill Murray, and Dan Aykroyd, and can't remember the gentleman that played Z or whatever, but they have all the characters from the movies and all the real actors doing the voices. And I thought there was a nice, throughout the story, a nice balance between, you know, busting ghost action, laughs, usually from Bill Murray,
Yeah.
you know, and some kind of eerie areas, like, I don't really want to check this out. That's what really surprised me. I actually had a couple areas where I actually jumped, which is sad for some games, like Dead Space, which is, in my opinion, one of the hugest overrated games ever. I hate that game. It's boring. It's not fun. It's not scary at all. Never jumped once. And it's like lame as crap. But Ghostbusters, I'm like, oh, let's go down here. I'm in an abandoned library. Boom, something runs by the door. And I'm like, shit, what the fuck was that? You know?
Yeah.
Even though I'm playing Ghostbusters, it's meant to be funny and meant to be giggly. It's like, I don't know. Like, the fact that they were able to play with that balance, I thought was really cool.
Yeah, well, there's a few moments where you're going through and all you have is, like, a little flashlight on your, you know, jumpsuit and stuff, and that's all you can see is what's in front of you and stuff.
Yeah.
And then you do your radar thing where you're detecting stuff, and that looks kind of creepy sometimes, too.
Yeah, basically, when you're using your what is it? EP emitter or whatever.
Yeah, EP emitter.
Your scanner or whatever.
Yeah.
You put your goggles on, it goes into first person. So when you're scanning for ghosts hiding or scanning for the secret items, you're doing it all in first person. And it's usually in those moments the game gets you with, like, shit jumping out and whatnot, which is pretty cool. Basically how the guns were set up is the proton ray has the main fire, which is the proton ray. The secondary fire is like this big blast, so you can deal like a lot of psychokinetic damage to ghosts really fast. The stasis beam slows the enemy down, and then the other thing, it's like basically a shotgun, and it's used to take out swarms of enemies like floating skulls, or take out really fast-moving enemies, basically. There's some pretty fast, like claw-wielding zombies. The slime gun, the primary fire is a slime thrower, basically like a flamethrower but with slime.
Right.
And you use it to, like, take out those black puddles of ooze, or take out gateways that enemies are coming out of. And right when you saw it, you thought it was pretty cool. But this is basically used for puzzle conquering and stuff. Is basically the secondary fire of the slime thing is a slime tether, which is a tension rope of slime, and you're able to move objects around the environment with that. I thought that was really cool. And a lot of times when I get stuck on puzzles, I'm like, slime tether? And usually it was slime tether.
Right.
And then the final thing you get is, again, it's like Mesma Charger or something like that. I don't know what the hell it's called. But the primary fire is a big blast, and it hits an enemy. Secondary fire, if you don't shoot another big blast, all the secondary fire homes in on where you shot that first fire. So it's kind of, there's a gun in Resistance Follow Man. It's a lot like that. I think it's called Bullseye or something. But I was like, that's sweet. I like that kind of homing in thing.
That's pretty much just to do damage to the ghost, right? Just.
Yeah. Well, you saw me when I was in the graveyard level. It's huge, like grave golems or whatever. Right. I'm just like boom, dead, and like it just does so much damage. But the sad thing is like it charges up your pack so high. That's the cool thing too. Right. Your pack can overheat, and you can manually like vent it out and whatever. And I do that a lot on the run, and I noticed you were just like, it's like you were, but you get to throw down your own traps, and that's the big thing. When you are grabbing somebody with the capture stream and pulling them in, it feels like you're watching the show, and it feels like you're playing it.
Yeah, you feel like a Ghostbuster when you grab onto a ghost and your trap's down. You have to pull them in and get them into the trap and stuff. You really feel like you're trying to capture a ghost,
Yeah.
They did a really good job.
They had a huge array of ghosts, too. I mean, they have big, crazy crap. They have, like, these little dinky ghosts and stuff. If you get this game for Xbox 360, I think that is probably the best thing to do. Because, well, you noticed that on the back of that box.
Oh.
Yeah, the Wii and PlayStation 2 graphics are, like, cartoony. And the PS3 and Xbox 360, they look like real people.
Yeah, they look
I noticed they put
good.
a lot of effort in the graphics in like the photon pack. You said that the destruction, being able to like destroy items.
Yeah, they actually did a really good job.
Yeah,
I was very surprised.
That was pretty decent.
With how well that was.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun too. Is just destroying the environment with your different weapons and stuff. I thought I probably could have beat the game faster if I wasn't busy destroying everything around me.
I was in the hotel. I'm just shooting beams and beams are breaking and stuff.
Yeah, the reason I stress the 360 version, I mean, in any version you're able to go into the Ghostbusters firehouse, and there's little things from the movie like the dancing toaster and the painting of Prince Vigor, but getting the 360 version, you get achievements, and the achievements are just the names. You're like, oh, I remember that part. I remember that part. One of my favorite ones, the flowers are still standing. Yeah. I mean, I love that. That type of stuff is great, Yeah. We be fast and they be slow. Like, just...
Yeah.
I mean, I'm renting this game right now, and it's going to be back late, because I'm going to beat it on Professional, because I have to get it. Are you a god? Right. It's one of my favorite parts.
Yeah.
Are you a god? No. Then die! Electrocute them. They're laying there all... Ray, if anybody asks you if you're a god, you say yes! Like, oh man, like, all the achievements are based off the movies. It's just so fun to get them and, like, remember those moments. To me, it was an incredibly nostalgic experience, because I used to watch Ghostbusters as a little kid. I love Ghostbusters. Right. It's really cool. If you love Ghostbusters, like, love them, buy this game, I think.
Right.
Otherwise, I think it's a little better than Renter, but it's not like some of the graphic stuff. The lips weren't on, and I don't know, so...
Yeah. I would just rent it, just because, I don't know, I think it's a fairly short game.
The campaign's not super gigantic, but I think there's replayability in it, so it's really up to you, but here at the Gamer Show we give it a 7, so...
Right.
That's basically Ghostbusters. Again, you can contact us at gamershow.yahoo.com. Subscribe, 5-star, all that jazz. Basically, the next episode, we're going to be blowing more crap up when we play Red Faction Guerrilla. So, check it out. Episode 6 is coming. The Unwinding Tiger of Mountain Qingdong.